Welcome back to our channel, Best to Watch. Today we are here to talk about the actors who are never the same after a role. But before we get started, subscribe to our channel to never miss any updates. So without any further delay, let's get started quickly. Acting is about connecting with a character, bringing a person who exists only on the screenplay page to life, and making it look like a real physical person in the audience. Agreed? Well, it's really magic when the performer pulls it off. Their ability to guide the work of the writer enriches the film with a life, and the viewer with new insights into the human state. And isn't that the point of art? On the other hand, it is a play with fire both mentally and physically. In a job title, the character may go too far under the actor's skin, or the filmmaking process may be so difficult that the performer may feel the effect of that role long after the camera stops spinning. Trust me, this is a fact. However, their personality is a little too real and never completely separated from their brain or body. These are some of the actors that have somehow been permanently modified by the film. Hence, here's a list of the actors who are never the same after the A role. Number 1. No work and play that ruined Shelley Duvall in The Shining. No doubt over the fact that The Shining is widely recognized as one of the greatest horror movies of all time. And Jack Nicholson's performance is still admired as great, and the story drags you into the turmoil over the Overlook Hotel. But what you may not have known is that the actress Shelley Duvall, who played Wendy Torrance, did not fake her cry in her famous baseball bat scene. Director Stanley Kubrick has worked to the limit by overdoing the traumatic scene more than 100 times. She left her experience with her greatest aversion to Kubrick and her eternally unusual spirit. Isn't that terrifying? Number 2. JoBeth Williams-Swan, with real human skeletons in Poltergeist, and now she's haunted. You might think that the one and only Steven Spielberg movie might have room for one or two fake skeletons. You will be wrong. I mean, you're absolutely wrong. In the Poltergeist scene where actress JoBeth Williams swims in a nasty pool full of bones and skulls, she isn't diving with some props. Instead, she is swimming with a real corpse. Yes, you got it right. Unlike other filmmakers who go for real deals to get a pure reaction from the actors, this was just a financial problem. Williams was on record saying that after her experience, she goes home from the set and finds all the picture frames on her wall bent. Number 3. Leonardo DiCaprio ate raw bison liver and slept on a real animal carcass in The Revenant. It was one of the biggest jokes in the acting community that Leonardo DiCaprio failed to win at least one Academy Award for his many incredible influential performances. He finally won the Academy Award for Best Actor as his role as the Reverend Hugh Glass, which cost a lot of money. His character not only had to sleep in dead animals and survive the frigid by eating raw pieces of meat, but so did DiCaprio. Most of the footage you see when watching the movie consists of real-life experiences and DiCaprio's visceral reaction to them. He said that if a cat has 9 lives, I think I've used some, the beloved actor said in an interview with Wired. Number 4. Psycho made Janet Leigh afraid of showers. Alfred Hitchcock was a director who could never be compared. He is constantly being studied in college film classes in a way that has revolutionized the industry. However, while Psycho may be one of your favorite classics, the same was definitely not the case for actress Janet Leigh, who played the victim Marion Crane. After being stabbed in the shower when she was completely naked and defenseless, Leigh developed a shower phobia. She reportedly only took a bath afterwards, and she always kept the curtain open and always facing the door. What else could be terrifying than these? Number 5. Did Patrick Wilson conjure up a belief in the supernatural while filming The Conjuring? We are all well versed in the story of The Conjuring. Besides, for the ones who don't know yet, let me give you a gist about it. The Conjuring is the story of Ed and Lorraine Warren's experience in the demon realm, which makes it an absolutely thrilling plot. Patrick Wilson, who played Ed Warren and was also part of the Insidious franchise, didn't put too much stock in the supernatural at first, though that changed when The Conjuring 2 came out. Wilson himself may not be a paranormal researcher, but it seems that paranormals have begun to investigate him. He and several others who stayed at his house reported hearing a mysterious childish laugh at night. Don't you guys already have goosebumps? Number 6. Vegetarian Mia Farrow had to eat raw liver in Rosemary's Baby. This might be hard to believe for some of you, but we'll still learn about this unexpected event. Well, if you've seen Rosemary's Baby in the horror classic, you'll know how many actresses Mia Farrow and her character were suffering from. Yet what you may not know is that she was a vegetarian. But that's not the bad part. The bad part happened when Roman Polanski was forced to eat her raw liver to get the scene she wanted. And she didn't have to do it only once, but she had to do it several times to get the right take. Can she say she was hurt for the rest of her life? Number 7. Tippi Hedren was attacked by real birds while filming The Birds. Alfred Hitchcock was certainly a suspense master, of course, but like many of the directors mentioned on this list, he sometimes shot a bit too far. One of the famous examples of this is in his acclaimed movie Birds. In the final scene where Tippi Hedren was attacked by a flock of birds, the actress wasn't playing. They were precisely not fake props. Alfred Hitchcock actually threw dozens of birds at Hedren to get the most realistic take possible. Since then, she has been very vocal about the scene and her experiences in her films in Hitchcock, describing it as brutal. Number 8. Claw marks arrived on Vera Farmiga's leg after filming The Conjuring. Well, Patrick Wilson wasn't the only actor on The Conjuring set who had some supernatural experiences. Vera Farmiga, Wilson's co-star who played Lorraine Warren, revealed eerie information about a bizarre event that happened during the shoot. The first issue occurred during pre-production. We'll explain it further, no worries. After hanging up with the director James Wan and officially assuming that role, she opened her laptop and found 3 digital claw marks across the screen. Anyone who has seen too many episodes of The Haunting knows that this is perceived as a sign of devilish activity. Whereas when Farmiga finished filming the film, the 3 claw marks reappeared. This time there are scratches and bruises on her thighs. It was a bad experience for everyone, really terrifying. Number 9. Adrien Brody gave up completely everything for The Pianist. Understanding your character's mindset is one thing, but essentially abandoning everything you own and abandoning your girlfriend is another story. Who does it? Adrien Brody. Because of his role as the pianist, the actor really wanted to go to a place where he felt like he'd lost everything, like his character in the movie. To reach that point of true sadness and resentment, Brody sold his apartment and his car, kept his cell phone off for a few weeks, and starved himself. He even broke things with his then-girlfriend to get his character's cry right. It may be possible to replace the car, but finding a quality relationship is not easy. Brody admitted that he was very depressed after he became a pianist, despite being awarded an Oscar. Number 10. Anne Hathaway was truly miserable in Les Miserables. This is unbelievable. When Anne Hathaway played the role of Fantine in the 2012 edition of Les Miserables, she seemed to have the world in the palm of her hand, but behind the scenes she reportedly had a terrible struggle to stay in touch with reality. Not only was her diet a little crazy, she had only tried oatmeal paste to lose her weight for that role, and Hathaway was psychologically influenced by her performance. Talking about her experience, she committed that it was definitely a break from reality. However, she thinks it's Fantine anyway. Moreover, she was in such a state of deprivation without being overwhelmed in the chaos in the world. Number 11. In Killing Bill, Quentin Tarantino nearly killed Uma Thurman too. While filming the epic 2-part revenge story Kill Bill, writer and director Quentin Tarantino asked star Uma Thurman to play the driving scene. She didn't want to do that, the seats didn't seem to be properly fixed, but Uma says Tarantino forced her to do it anyway. No doubt Uma's concerns became legitimate. She filmed the scene in a quirky car drifted off the road and hit a tree. The result is that Thurman has tolerated her knee and neck injuries, and she is still in pain after more than 15 years. Tarantino provided Thurman with live footage of the 2018 crash, and she posted on Instagram about her injuries. Lies, destroys evidence, and the permanent harm they caused and chose. Called the producer of the movie who keeps lying about it. However, Uma does not believe Tarantino himself acted maliciously, but these stunts turned out to be criminal negligence. Number 12. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, but not for Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman is an actor chameleon who appears to have suppressed his own strong personality and disappeared into roles such as Dracula, Sirius Black, and Sid Vicious. In 2017, he played the most notable and unobtrusive role to date. World War II-era Winston Churchill starred in the award-winning epic Darkest War. Oldman looks, hears, and acts exactly like the great British Prime Minister, including smoking a nearly constant cigar. During the shoot, Oldman smoked about 400 Romeo Giulietta Cuban cigars. This is Churchill's favorite brand in real life. 3/4 have smoked cigars, and when I ignite them, the cigars fall between a few takes and the prop guy refills me with new cigars, Oldman, he told The Hollywood Reporter. Oldman suffered for his art when it had to happen at about 10 takes per scene. I became a serious nicotine addict. This was all about it, and on that note, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit like and subscribe to our channel, Best to Watch. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.